Welcome back to Nile Cruise, and with this we are going to be talking about tourism, and especially with regards to Shaimaa, with everyone going on holiday, so local tourism ought to be definitely the issue now. And with us to discuss more is Ms. Shaimaa Osmaiil, who is a tour guide. Hello.
Hello.
Shaimaa, first of all, tell us more about the Spring Festival. I learned a lot about, how far it was important for ancient Egyptians, and most of our life and our peace now have been taken from ancient Egyptians.
This is
this
true,
right?
Absolutely, yes. All the world learned the idea about the spring only from the ancient
How far
Egyptians.
it was important?
The most important. First of all, what is the meaning of Sham in Nisim? It's, by the way, it's a pure hieroglyphic word. Sham in Nisim. This is the hieroglyphic word, which later on became Sham in Nisim.
What does it mean?
Which meaning the well done wheat. And I will translate it how it's meaning. First of all, the Egyptian was divided, the Egyptian calendar, according to the river Nile. So they was divided for three major seasons. The first one, we called it Akhet. This is the flooding season, which we are taking time from the first half of July to the first half of November. The second season come, which we call Peret, which come from the second half of November till the first half of March. The third one, the last one, which we called it Shimu. This is the sowing seeds and blowing. Sham and Nisim, or the springtime, come between all of that, which is the most important festival. This is the time which they start sowing the seeds and the life of the god Osiris. The god Osiris is the most famous worshipping god in ancient Egyptian time, and the festival of Sham and Nisim of it come for him. They are thinking that he back to the life during this period exactly. So they are go for green lands and do some special occasions and special tradition festivals just for him. So originally it's a religion kind of festival, Sham in Nisim or Sham in Nisim. Why they called it like this? In this time exactly the wheat was grow up and start to be transferred from green to be yellow. The one of the famous tradition for Egyptian, the king is come and offer for a famous god, also have a relationship by the spring, called the god Men. The god Men is the god of fertility. The king should offer for him a package of this beautiful wheat. So from this word come Sham in Nisim, or Shem in Nisim, the well done wheat.
That's very interesting. Are there monuments or papyrus that describes this, or that is?
Of course, from the 4th dynasty, we started found that written and the drawing in the Egyptian tombs, especially in the pyramid area. And some tombs have the all details of the festival in Luxor. We call it Deir al-Medina. This is for the workers. There are more details showing us all the festival details, what they are wearing, what they are eating, what they are doing, all the occasion details, showing in most of the on the walls, showing how this important of this occasion for ancient Egyptians.
But Shaimaa, I know that when it comes to ancient Egyptians and their celebrations, there were some feasts that are only limited to the royal families and some others to the public. There is something like this, right?
Actually, let's say that the festival always have a purpose, and the purpose come to collect some authority and power. So you never find it something private to the king. The people should celebrate it or participate.
Is it true that there are some occasions that are only celebrated by kings or royal families?
Let's say they are in focus of the king, but the people have a part of it. But the big part for the king.
Sham Nisim or Sham Nisim, just as they used to call it,
yes, exactly.
It was for all of them. They all
for everybody.
celebrated.
But the king have the great role in that. Because if the king not go for the god, and because
for men,
this is what I want to say. Yes, they always the Egyptian think that the king is the only connection between the people and the god. So
okay.
No exception for no satisfaction from the god if the king not doing that. So the king should start the festival features. So he is the one who takes the part. Exactly.
Okay, when Sham and Nisim comes, I have to be honest, I stay clear of the house because of the smell of the fish. I try and hide away as much as possible. I'm not a fan. So does this have some kind of this food that we eat during Sham and Nisim? Does it?
We are doing the same, exactly.
Oh.
the salted food, but maybe the different reason. The ancient Egyptian was eating the salted fish as example for the god Osiris. Because the god Osiris, in the big famous legendary story, when he died and his brother chasing him and kill him, he come back again to the life. His wife Isis salted him. This is a part of mummification system. So the Egyptian do the same story like dramatic story, or reacting the story of Osiris. So they are using the salted fish as a kind of dreaming that they are coming back again to the life. They eating onion like we are doing exactly
Eggs,
right now.
for example.
Yes, for two reasons actually. The first reason, when they visit the tombs, because one of the tradition actually we are not doing right now, they should visit the tomb in the day of the Sham al-Nasim.
Oh.
They have to. They have to say hello. It's not a bad feeling like nowadays. No, it's one of the good, willful feeling to their predecessors to go there and say hello and offer for them the same food they are eating. So the onion helps them to cry. Second,
Nowadays we don't need anything to cry.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the second reason to rid of any kind of bad spirits from the place. So onion was using the green chickpeas, which are we eating now. Maybe.
What about the eggs?
Oh, the eggs is the most important one. Also, it have a relationship with the religion. As I told you, Egyptian religion is the most important. They are thinking, but let's say two division. First, the normal egg, it's Egyptian tradition. But coloring eggs, it's not Egyptian tradition. The egg was a tradition that Egyptian think. When the god creating humans, the god himself emerged from egg. So the whole universal come in the figure of oval. And also the oval shape is like the woman's stomach. So the rebirth and the life come from the oval shape. So when they eating egg, they want it back again to life or to have a new extension life. But coloring eggs come in the time of Persians in 6th century AD. It's not Egyptian tradition, but it's come to complete the Egyptian idea about using egg.
That's very interesting. And you were also going to talk about the chickpeas.
Yeah, the green chickpeas, it's one of the most important. I think it's not exist so much in the center of capital here, but maybe in the villages. When you go there, one of the tradition, the Egyptian eat that. And also it's a very ancient Egyptian tradition. Why? They think that the heads of the green chickpeas, is the head of the god Jekyll, Horus, the son of god Osiris. When they are eating and offer to the god, they ask him the forgiveness and the good long life.
How can this feast just persist time and just continue to live throughout all these years? And it looks like the celebrations did not change.
Yeah, when you stay away of many of a lot of details, you finally reach to the good point. Egyptian, one of the people who like celebration in natural. They grow up in that life. So this is one of the good survive. Especially it's existing in life. And something else, the European countries inherited that from us.
Oh.
And actually they are support and make the reason and purpose to keep that occasion continuous. Because it's be not only public or local, it became international. Of course, they are not eating such of Egyptian food.
Such very, very prominent fish.
But let's say it's a
Drive
very
me
important
crazy.
occasion for them also, the same time. Especially the Coptic and the Christian also occasions come to be following the Egyptian tradition festival. This is make that kind of festival one of the most strong beliefs in Egyptian life.
Do we have any other ancient Egyptian traits that we don't even know or notice that we're doing?
Many, because but is not survived nowadays because the religion is have been completely changed, and most of the Egyptian, or 95% of the Egyptian festivals, it's religion festivals. So some of them it's be over, like the day of the River Nile flooding, when the River Nile flooding start, which we are know just from movies. That we give a bride or we give a life lady to the River Nile as a gift.
I don't think United Nations will really object to us giving sacrificial
a woman
to jump from
nowadays. Yes, I'm
Nowadays,
believing that.
there might be a problem.
But the
Days, I
Egyptians
think
never
they
do
will.
that. It's a
But
completely
was it
mistake.
really done?
No, never.
Never
They give in a
happened.
statue, never. The woman was playing a great role in the life of Egyptian. They respect her more than nowadays, of course. So they never give a life, because always They will turn the good occasion memory to be a bad occasion for another people, because this woman, she will belong to a family. That
Yeah.
meaning it will be a bad moment
How
for
did
them.
it come about, this myth that they used to give women into the Nile?
No, no.
The movie, I mean,
The
the
movie,
very
it
It
important
came out of the movie.
It came out of the movie?
It came out of the movie, that's
What a
all.
strange director. Anyway.
And this is not good, actually. It's give a bad impression, because the Egyptian civilization is one of the most peaceful civilization. It's not a kind of bloody or cruel like another civilization comparing to Greek Romans or another civilization. No, it's very peaceful. We're not making a lot
I don't
of
know, maybe
mistakes.
I'm going to tackle something that is not that related to the topic, but I've read a lot about, for example, everything that we have today. We have taken it from ancient Egyptians. Even, for example, when they talk about the etiquette or the way of talking or the body language, we found that these were mentioned in the old days when a father was just giving some advices to his son, how to act on a table, how to eat, how to manage his daily life. Is this true?
Of course, you have to make a visit to Luxor.
So we did not create
The
this.
tombs,
We're happy that we did it, but
the tombs there is full of details about the manners, and this is which make the Egyptian civilization the most valued one. The manners and the good actions was the first thing. Even in afterlife judgment, all the questions have the relationship about your manners. You was good talent, you keep your body healthy, you hurt somebody, you lie, you do. So this is one of the good learning, the good learning ways the Egyptian was famous with. So if you are not doing that, you will not reach to the paradise. One of the conditions, which make the whole Egyptian atmosphere a kind of respection. One of the requested. Actually, we may say right now.
How can we promote awareness so that Egyptians know more about ancient Egyptian stories, the celebrations, even the artifacts and so on?
To separate it, any subject is stay away of religion. When you're talking about ancient Egyptian civilization, let's learn them. This is in heritage. This is something of monuments, talents. It's not have no relationship by religion. Don't look for the situation that it's we back again the ancient Egyptian religion. Take the best thing of it, the good manners, how these people was working, the time have a value in their
But
time.
even as you mentioned right now, away from religion, and they were acting like this, so we have to be better than them because now we are following our religion. So they were acting like this without any belief.
We following religion, not religion manners, but we following religion details. We pray, we covered, we do that outside lines, but the soul of the religion we are not doing.
The manners.
The manners, the manners. In this is the thing you can unite people with. I'm not talking about religion because when you mention the word, you find three rows. This one have belonged to a very specific religion and so on, and the fighting will come. But when we're speaking about manners, this is the word united rules.
But
Stay
when
away
you
from
talk
religion.
to tourists or foreigners in general that you meet, and you tell them such stories, for example, I'm sure that you've met with many of them during Shaimaa, for example.
Of course.
Or the Easter.
Before the revolution, this is the best time of the for me as a
Even
tour
though
guide.
this
The
is
season.
our Easter here, but they used to come to spend or to enjoy this.
The Easter for them too.
Shaimaa, I mean the exact date, or they celebrated
Not the exact
before
date.
us?
No, the exact date just for us. But this period, about 15 days in April. Of course, Shaimaa
How do
this
they
year
receive the
different.
story?
Yes.
How do they receive the story?
Oh
and
my God!
The
They
tradition?
actually leave the story by all the details, and this is the reason back also from their background education. When they grow up, when they are very child, they grow up about the Egyptian stories, Egyptian details, Egyptian civilization. So when they come and defeat themselves, they are prepared. Opposite than Egyptian. Egyptian not have that kind of studies in the schools. In the school, very few information about Egyptian history, and sometimes the people, the kids, hated the information because it's very specific. We're not talking about stories. We
It's
talk
not
about
enough.
dates, about names, which is complicated. But if we give them a nice stories, I think they will like it like the foreigners. Exactly.
What about how can we promote local tourism during Shaimaa? So that, because the thing is, I'm sure you as a tour guide, you're not really getting that many tourists, despite the fact that, for example, the weather is lovely.
Yes.
So and things are relatively calm. So the thing is, how can we promote then local tourism as a substitute?
I think the festival don't need any promotion because everybody waiting for that.
Oh, really?
For me as
Very
example, I'm
optimistic.
waiting and prepare my list to the food and how I look like. So it's something grow up in our hearts when we were a child. I'm waiting this date. But maybe nowadays we have a new attraction places. Maybe not everybody in Egypt know about it. I think need to promote it itself before 2 months at least to give a new distance for a new attraction distance to Egyptian, especially the people who live in Cairo. We don't have so much gardens and not much green places. So we need to prepare places adjusting to a big festival like Shamanism.
We were just talking about how important it is when it comes to green spaces and parks in
We're
general.
missing that here.
Because really it started even during the Fatimid period, for example,
Of
and
course.
how much they gave much concern for the parks and green areas. And nowadays we don't have that many,
It's a perfect
unfortunately.
investment, by the way. Already you have all the festivals have relationship by greens. So why you are not doing like this? I call the Cairo the stone city because you don't see green place, a big green places, and most of the green places, even the new one nowadays, is outside the city. So we need something neighbor, just to give the people a good a chance, and also to invest money. I think it will be fantastic. I hope so.
Well, what else could you give us as a sort of way to follow ancient Egyptian styles as a means to celebrate? Is there something that is specific for them?
Actually, it's a wish.
It's a wish.
From me to the new Egyptian to follow the ancient Egyptian, how they when they go outside to the Greenland, how they are so clean, how they are look at the green flowers as something vital, something important. You don't have to destroy or to throw the garbage in. Respect the gardens, respect the greens to be survived because we are not go to this time to kill the flowers who just come to life.
Yes.
We go out to say hello or welcome to life, not goodbye. This is a different word.
Right, Shaimaa Ismail, tour guide, thank you very much.
Not at all,
Thank you
you're
very much
welcome.
for this beautiful information,
Thank you.
important
Yeah,
information that you
Very
gave us
important.
today.
you're welcome. Thank you so much.
And with that, we've come to the end of our segment, and we're going to definitely be right back with much more interesting things to discuss on Nile Cruise.